What's going on? Vic here coming at you again, another video, number 9, 10, I don't know what the number is out of 90 on this video list. And guys, we're actually on the yacht right now. I'm going to pen this real quick. I'm going to bring another golden nugget to you today, and look at this guy right here, guys. Look at this guy, the man who needs no introduction, Mr. Dave Sharp. And guys, we're just hanging out, we're at the mastermind, and there's probably, 12, 15 people here from EmpowerNetwork, just talking about stuff and brainstorming and, taking our business to the next level. And man, we just had a meeting with a guy who I'm not going to mention the name. Maybe you'll hear, about him when you get to a retreat like this. But guys, I would have gladly paid $20,000 to be here, seriously, man. I actually told this to Dave Wood just a minute ago, to learn and to actually see the stuff that I just saw with my own two eyes on this yacht right now, okay? So, again, the power of the mastermind. But the point of this video, guys, is, again, like I always do, right, for the last week or week and a half or however long this has been, is just to give you guys one nugget, something that can help you take your business to the next level. And, and I thought, hey, while we're here, why not I catch, Dave Sharp? And I think he's probably one of the most influential guys on the internet, no exaggeration, right? And so if you guys have no idea who he is, he's a co-founder of EmpowerNetwork, a company that we're building our system around, right? Incredible stuff, incredible things, and instead of me telling you, or instead of me giving you a golden nugget today, I will have Dave, if you can think about, what's the one thing that maybe you can give to the person watching this video. And it's not just, you may be an EmpowerNetwork, you might not be an EmpowerNetwork, maybe you're selling some other stuff on the internet. What's the one thing, David, you could say that personally helped you in your business to take your business to the next level that somebody can apply?
First of all, let me just say this, that, he may be saying I'm one of the most influential people on the internet, but I'm going to say that right back to this guy. If you're watching Vic's videos, you're following Vic, I'm just going to say you're following the right guy. I've got a lot of respect for this guy. With the friendship that we're building, not just on a business level, but also on a personal level, I'm really enjoying, really getting to know Vic, right? Vic's opening up a lot, right? A lot more. Vic actually stood on the sidelines for a year just to make sure that, actually over a year, I think, just to make sure that his following and his people were going to be in the right place at the right time with what we're doing here. So I respect that. So I always like to edify people properly who deserve it. Today, what I was thinking when you were saying that was something that I've been thinking about a lot lately has been that the mindset that I had when I first got involved in entrepreneurship and starting to build a business outside of being a construction worker, because that's what I did. I was a construction worker for many years. A lot of you know my story, struggled with addiction, alcoholism, was homeless for many years, got clean, got into construction, and still clean today. Just celebrated over 5 years clean and sober as of today. I think it's about 5 years and 3 months. So my life is completely different than it used to be. But when I got involved in marketing, because I was trying to get out of construction, my mentality was that there was no room at the top. There was no room at the top. That's what I thought. That's the mentality that I had. And what I've now realized is that there's no room at the bottom, right? That's what I've realized. I mean, we've come out here with this leadership council that we're forming around here at EmpowerNetwork that of course Vic is obviously an integral part of. And what I'm realizing is that there's only 12 of us out on the boat. I was at your team event last week, and that was not even for your entire team. That was just for your all-in members. I did the same thing for my all-in members. I don't know how many people you had, around 200. We had about the same thing as well. And that was, again, just our all-in team members. What I realized, and this is really starting to sink in even more and more every day as I become more stretched and I see new and different things and hear new and different things from new people, it's really starting to sink into me that, guys, the top is not crowded. That's where all the room is. And what I really want you to focus on is the mind shift and the mindset that can really that needs to take place if you want to take it to the next level. A lot of you are looking for the technical secret. You're looking for the secret traffic source. You're looking for all of the mechanical stuff. And it's the dynamics that are really going to make the difference in your business, in your life, in your prosperity, in your success, in your future, in the legacy that you leave. And that's the other question that you've really got to ask yourself is, are you in this just to make a couple of dollars? or are you in this to build a legacy? I know what I'm in this for, and it's not just to make a quick buck. I don't care if I would have done, if it was just to make a quick buck, look, we would have, this company, when it died, you know, in two months into the business, when we went through startup challenges, which every company goes through, and I think one of the beauties of being a part of what we're doing is that you can actually see what it's really like to be an entrepreneur. And it's not always pretty. It's not always easy. You have to prepare yourself for the challenges, and you have to shift your mindset away from the 99.9999999% who think that it's crowded at the top, right? Again, guys, really, it's a mindset shift, and I'm going to tell you something. What happens when you get around people like this is you start to realize that there's a whole different world out there that you never knew existed. There's a whole different group of people out there that you never knew existed that are talking about different things. The things that they're thinking about are much different. The way that they see the world is much different. Some people see, and you've heard this for decades now, as long as you've been alive, some people see that the glass half empty, and some people see the glass half full. But that's a simple way to illustrate a really important point, that when Vic looks at his business and you, in his life, in his family, he may see something different, and most likely does, obviously, because if you look at his results, it's apparent, than the person that's standing right next to him. What is the difference maker when you're at an event and you see a guy like Vic standing there next to a guy who's maybe no different? Maybe this guy's got more education than you do. Maybe he's got more experience in life. Maybe he's older. Maybe he's gone through more stuff. But there's a big difference, right? This guy's making several $100,000 a month, and this guy maybe is struggling to get his first sale online. What is the difference? You've got to ask yourself that. It's not that Vic has a secret traffic source that you don't know about. Now, I'm sure he does, right? But it's that Vic sees the world differently than probably you see the world. Now, that's not talking down to you at all, right? It's lifting you up. It's talking about what you need to hear instead of what you want to hear. So, guys, that's really what I want you to think about today. And I hope that you think about it from this point forward and realize that the world is whatever you want it to be. And when I realize that the world is whatever I want it to be, my reality is literally whatever I want it to be, the entire world just opened up to me like a flower, right? It was like I came out of my cocoon for the very first time and started to see the world. It was almost like I took off the glasses and realized that there were colors, like I was colorblind for so long. Guys, there is not a lot of room at the bottom, but there's a whole lot of room at the top. And it's a simple mind shift to start realizing that there's plenty in the world. A mindset of abundance. There's not a lack of money, guys. All of these simple little principles that I had confused for so long is the thing that made the biggest difference in my life. So what is your action steps? What is your assignment for today? What is your call to action? Well, I was talking to Aaron Rashkin, right? And we were at dinner last night, and all of these leaders, Tracy, Tony, all of these guys. You know, the interesting thing about these folks that I'm realizing the same with me is they're actually doing what we're teaching. Vic, talk to Vic. He's teaching you guys the 30-30-30, right? Yep. Read 30 minutes a day, listen to audio 30 minutes a day, and
do it for 30 days.
Yeah, and do it for 30 days, right? The simple stuff, but why is that so important? Because you're starting to put new stuff into your head. When you listen to Dave Sharp, Dave Wood, Vic, when you listen to us talk, we sing to a different tune. It's not the same old, same old. If you listen to the words that come out of our mouth, it's much different than your local garbage man. Why is that? Because we see the world in it through different eyes. So guys, the more that you put that stuff into your head, the more it's going to come out, and the more you're going to see the world differently. And remember that there is a whole lot of room. Look at this boat. It's not a 150-foot yacht. It's a 150-foot high yacht, right? It's not 150-foot long.
3-story here.
It's a 3-story, 150-foot high boat. And guys, there's 15 or 20 of us on this boat. Why?
This thing can hold like what, 200 people? 300.
Last week we had 250 people on this boat. This week we have 15.
That's a lot of room over here.
If that doesn't illustrate the point that I'd like to make and to stretch you guys today, I don't know what will. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the rest of the world.
Thanks, Dave.